We are halfway through shooting the last 2 episodes. We're about 7 or 8 days into it. We've done at least 10 to 15 drafts on both scripts, and we just came out of the editing room and saying we need to write more scenes for show 23. I mean, it doesn't end. Some of the best scenes and some of the best writing comes after the episode's been shot, and you realize we're missing this, or we need this, or this is a definitive scene that we need to turn the storyline. So we'll continue to be writing all the way through the shooting of this.
My joke when I'm talking to people and they said, well, is this an arc, which is in several episodes? I said, well, let's put it this way. They don't die in this episode. So that's our mantra to most agents and managers.
If you don't die, you can come back.
The role that we're bringing in today, he is a character who's a White House attorney counsel for President Palmer.
So Palmer's gotten himself into some legal trouble, and he needs help of outside counsel immediately.
We've known David for years. We both know he has this uncanny ability to find the kernel of truth in any situation. Action! You know, the effect on the human psyche of the audition process, and it's I think it's different for everybody, but universally I think it's an extraordinary vulnerable process. I think being an actor is a really brave profession, because you do, if you come to Los Angeles and you want to be an actor, they don't want you to come, and you're not going to end up playing British people or Italian people or anything, because they have, you know, cans of those in the pantry that they can just open up. They just want you.
25th Amendment gives them.
Central to that appeal will be proving that we're being manipulated into this war, and the Cyprus recording was falsified. Plus, we think we now know by whom.
I'm listening.
A man named Peter Kingsley. And if you deliver you, that's a vulnerable thing out there, which is why you often see when you're driving down the freeways of Los Angeles, you'll see people pounding their steering wheels or yelling at themselves or tearing their hair. These are people who have just left an audition that didn't go well. I was just talking to one of the other actors, and he said, did you have any trouble memorizing the red pages? Was it difficult to concentrate while, you know, trying to learn this? And I said, yeah. What is that? I don't know why. Maybe it's just the color of blood while you're trying to learn lines. Makes it harder to learn.
I have a lot of respect for actors, and it's a tough road. It's a tough road. There are a lot of actors. I have stacks of boxes out in the other room, a lot of pictures, and especially we have a show that, you know, we're lucky enough to be on something that's, you know, popular and people want to be on. So we get a lot of unsolicited submissions as well as submissions from agents.
Every best actor, every star of every high school play, every beauty queen, and every film freak from every little town, every little Middlesex village and town, from Massachusetts to Montana to Mississippi, is on their way here. And when you get here, you need not only just a really, really brave psyche to take the abuse, but you have to have perseverance and patience, and you have to love it, and then you have to be lucky.
The fight will end up being about 30 seconds of screen time with all its edits, which is really long for us. We've been rehearsing 4 days now?
Yeah.
I've been martial arts since 1975. I was on the U.S. Olympic team in 1988, U.S. national team, kickboxing. I was 17-0, 16 knockouts. And now I'm a student of Hollywood dough. That's my new style. I'm in Hollywood looking for some dough. So that's about the gist of it right there. Punching, kicking, and eating fried chicken.
Hey. Okay, so we're going to do this for John. JJ, have you met John?
No, I didn't. I saw your picture all dressed up. You look great. We should talk about that, too. Some of that stuff feels a little restrictive for what you want to do.
No, I try
it.
Good?
Good to go, because it's, you know, very suitish compared to...
Yeah, your best bet is on the couch.
It's a big sweep there. Go right to the ground. Bang, 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 bang. This one.
And then we go into wall lock.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
But, then they would continue on wall lock over here.
When you're in studio, you're more limited as to what you can do, obviously, because you're in a smaller space. When you're on sets that you know, like CTU and Palmer's estate and Palmer's OC, it becomes easier to put your days together and realize what you need to do in a day. When you go out on location, that's a whole different story. Because now you're in a foreign place, your crew's in a foreign place, and usually those are the locations where you got way more work to do and bigger set pieces.
Well, tomorrow we're doing a Palmer press conference down at the California Plaza. And if you guys are available, we could use you as extras using your cameras and have you film live to go along with the extras that we have there as news reporters and press and still photographers.
We'll be happy to.
That'd be great. I look forward to it. See you guys tomorrow.
Mark, and when you're set, action.
Any movement of real cameras is a lot better than what the extras do, just standing there holding fake cameras. And usually the extras aren't too qualified as news reporters, so they usually end up standing around holding the camera on their shoulder looking for direction.
Let's see, you know how to hold that? Let me see. Show me. Okay, right now you got a good shot of my crotch. Get it closer. Get the whole thing closer to your... There you go. Okay, perfect. Same thing. Let me see. Show me. Point up, point up, point up. Point up, point up. That's it. Now you got me. Okay? And in that 12 hours, I got to figure out how I'm going to achieve everything I need to achieve in blocks of 2 hours and 3 hours. And we do what's called a timeline. And we give ourselves a certain amount of hours to work on every scene. And we need to try to get to those hours to make our day, to stay within our 12 hours of shooting time. Then as the day goes on, you're constantly changing. Things aren't working out, you look for a shorter way, a sort of more economic way to shoot a scene. Where are the guys? Let's go. Guys, let's go! Cameras, Rodney! Let's go!
Rodney, need you here.
Cameras!
Jay!
It's Jay. You know, shot's over. We know it's the same deal every single time. Next shot. Every second counts today. Jay. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. Jay, what are you doing here? You're building a pyramid? What's going on?
Jay's right here.
I give him a simple shot, he starts to build a pyramid on me.
Right here.
Jay. You shooting for your demo reel or what's going on?
Yeah.
Let's go, man, let's go.
It's coming, I know.
I'm waiting on you again. I don't want to wait on you ever. I don't never want to wait on you.
See, now I can copy your picture.
Okay, let's do an A-camera rehearsal while Jay's getting his camera ready.
And then we'll just...
Our son's killing us. What are we going to do?
Well, it was supposed to move.
We're in trouble already.
What's the problem, John?
Sun's not where we want it to be. As you can see, it hit my face. We took pictures about a week ago, but since the hour changed, it's a little different.
The most patriotic thing that we can do today is to keep living our lives. Just to keep living our lives. I can't hear you.
I urge you all.
I urge you all.
Cut. Okay, one more.
The speech I got last night. It was not the way I generally like to work. You know, the rigors of doing a television series.
I know it's rare for us, but every once in a while we have to do a shot again, the same, just for the actor. What you don't want to do as a director, and this is the key, is that you never want to give up performance for time. You always want to try to find a way of doing it without losing what the heart of the scene is, and making sure that you're getting the performances from the actors to convey the message, to tell the story. So that is really the hardest part. And that's the juggling act that you're constantly doing.
Because the freedom we enjoy, the freedom we earn every day, is the very thing that will defeat our enemies and keep us strong. May God bless us all.
Cut. That was awesome. Excellent. How was that for you guys?
That one felt good. That one will make the picture.
The script pages were not in the script for anybody to see. In fact, they were printed out last night and only given to the director, the two actors involved, Palmer and Mandy, and the script supervisor. And in that scene is when Palmer is killed. But we've kept it quiet from all the extras, the crew, everybody here, not knowing what is going to happen here today. This is going to be the camera. Don't look at the camera, okay? Look at the president. Okay, we go through here like this, we go through here, and right after this cop band, there she is. Okay, now when he comes here, he might give you a little push to get in here. We're going like this through, and we see her, just like that. That's a shot. Hey, Mark!
Ready, guys? Ready.
This isn't on paper.
5,
Couldn't put it
6.
on paper because it'd get on the internet.
Here we go. And action.
This year, unfortunately, our big ending, took place in a California plaza, in a very public place with over 150 extras. So right away we have a problem. What are we going to do? I think the first things we thought about was, let's get a release form and get everyone to sign it. Well, that probably is an invitation to tell everybody the second you do that. So we thought that's not a way to go. So what we decided to do is they can only report what they see. And she goes, what's wrong? Okay, then it's nothing. Then you want to still stay in it. Okay, and then when you lift it, get it up high, so because I want to connect it to your face. I don't want it to be an insert. And then you look at it. Okay, now right away, I think when you see it, you know someone gave you something. So right away, exactly. I'd love to see that. Who the fuck just gave me this? Okay, and then it's just I think it's a cough. Okay, a cough and a loss of breath. You just and then you start to go down. Okay, and then the rest of it kind of plays out.
And then just sort of slow down.
Yeah.
You have to put yourself in the moment. That's why I'm in the business, to feel everything. It was kind of scary.
We need help!
Oh.
Are you all right, sir?
Oh.
So at least if people were going to get on the internet that night and say, I was on the 24 set, they can say, and Palmer got knocked out, but then you know what? He was okay and he got in the limo and he drove away. We gave him a false beat that hopefully if people were going to tell their friends, it was going to be the whole false beat that they told and not give away our ending.
Oh, a little KY lubricating jelly?
Yeah, that should be out.
This is the, just for the president.
This is what happens when you spank the monkey too often. This is what happens to your hand.
So ladies and gentlemen, this is just for the first part. Remember, this is a two-part deal where he eventually gets up, which we shot earlier. We got all that, got him going into the car. This is just for the first part. Okay, so stay in panic mode till we call cut. All right?
We gotta find him. It's too critical. I have no idea where he's gonna land, but it's looking like the spot. You have this other quality about being in the world of cinema. And it suspends disbelief even for the people who are doing it. So as an operator, you get that little adrenaline rush during every take. And you see it especially sharply, and you hear the actors more clearly because you're physically quite close to them. If you're far away, you put headsets on, and you totally go into that world. And no one else, in the old days before the video taps, the director would always go up to the operator and say, hey, did you get it? And the operator would say yes or no. And that's what you lived with.
Here we go, everybody, and action! Go, Rodney!
I made sure that I kept my eyes open when the camera was on me. So who knows? We don't know if I'm dead or not. But we'll see.
Holy shit, that's fucking scary. Ka-chink, 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 done! Okay, up here, let's go! How you guys doing? Ready for the big day? Here we are. We talked about it, we worked it out, we agonized over it, and now we're shooting it. After we have some breakfast, of course.
This is a great example of the challenges that you get twice a year on the shows. We're trying to maintain an early morning dawn look. And the light is perfect right now, but by the time we finish shooting the scene, it'll be late in the afternoon. So we're going to have to try and pretend that this look of the sun coming through the arches in this direction is maintained. So later on, we'll probably have to bring up some 18Ks and throw our own shafts of light through the columns, and then block the sun, which will have gone all the way around and start coming in behind us, and we'll have to block that out so that we can maintain the feel of the sunlight coming and shafting through from where it is doing right now. And right now it looks perfect, but the challenge is to keep that look for the rest of the day.
The first thing we have is the Kingsley Sherry meeting. So that should be our morning. We have angles from up on the tower, we have angles down here, we have all the close-up coverage to do. So that's the very first thing we do. So let's see you coming around that corner as a group. Think Ocean's 11 meets Daffy and Donald. Holy shit. Penny's dead. Stay together, guys. Don't spread out. Stay together. Keep it a wedge. Sends those guys. They go that way. Sends that guy that way. You stay right with them. Stay right with him. You're going right to Penny. I'll show you what you're going to do. Penny is, I'm just playing off of her, you know, because she's got a lot going on. And dip and slide in between what Penny's giving you, you know. You know, you get a chance to put your hands on her, you know, do all of that. So that you know, intrudes some interesting stuff, you know. You try not to think too much about it and just let it kind of come moment to moment, you know. But you're always thinking about why you're here. You're waiting for Hewitt. That's what it's called. Waiting for Hewitt. Cut! Right. That ends with a bit of a shootout that happens between Jack on the tower and some of the bad guys down below. So I'm hoping to get to there by lunch. We got to do as much as we can to get to there by lunch. If we move at a speed that we need to move at today, we'll get there. Let's go, one more. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This camera's ready.
Rodney, you call Mike?
Well, we got to do it like now. Let's go, we got to shoot. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's pretend we're at a TV show. We don't have a lot of time. All right, let's go, guys. Losing the sight. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Quickly, quickly, quickly. We don't have time today, boys. So out of fucking time already. Before I even start my fucking day.
Are you changing into there?
Okay. Did you get that?
Okay, Troy, come on out. Where are you going to be?
Everyone be quiet. Let's go one more time. Everyone listen this time when I talk, so we'll know what's going on. On action, Tobin will come out. He will fire as much as the gun will fire. He will duck in. We will do squib hits on the wall. Right. Bang, bang. You guys will get out of the way. At that point, we'll cue. He'll come out and fire. He'll go in. He'll come out a second time. He dies. We come over here. He fires. A couple of times, he dies. We cut. Let's go. Action! Troy! He dies. You look. You fire 2 or 3 times. Then you die. Because unfortunately, you died without a camera on you. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to do it again. From a different angle. Cut! Do not mess with Jack Bauer. Cut!
Another day in the hood. Represent.
Okay. He comes over, he fires, he doesn't have to fire because we don't see it, you know, and then you could do some dust hits here. He goes like this, dust hit. He waits a beat longer, he comes out again, same thing, dust hit. He looks this way, and he skitters away. Okay? Action! Done. I've fired a lot of guns, though. Not my favorite pastime, but comes with the territory.
A blank bullet is the same as a real bullet with the same amount of gunpowder. Rather than a lead bullet, it has a paper wad that's stuffed into the end of the blank, which holds the gas in so that it can eject and go into the next shell. So it's virtually the same as a real bullet, except it doesn't have the lead.
And action! And cut. That was awesome.
Okay.
Henry Killer, you shot. They died when you shot at them. Excellent. Okay, we're down.
All right, we're down here.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like blown away.
Well, the timing all worked pretty good.
Good.
Camera angle.
Yeah, so let's bring Penny in. Keep her warm.
we couldn't resist. We're at the Coliseum, and the grass looked perfect, so we decided to have a football game. Of course, I joined in. I mean, it's really important, from my point of view as a director, to hang with these guys and keep crew morale up. So it was really fun to play with them. They let me play, which was great. And I used to be a crew member. I used to be a camera operator for 15 years of my career. So I kind of know what it's like to be on that side.
Animal! Smelly pussy on 4! Third ball? What's the third? 2-8? The director's gonna kill us.
Yeah, it's right there. The grass stain. It's good. I've forgotten how to fold. Here's what I'd like to do, if we can. I'd like to do the tunnel first, because that's our biggest problem for light. Okay. So if you could do the tunnel first, let's just deal with that right now, because that's where we're looking straight out, and that's impossible to fake. You know, and I really don't want to hold that till tomorrow. We're past the halfway point. We've had lunch. We had a great football game, but lost terribly. And now we're past lunch, and we're starting to work on the fight. So it's a well-choreographed fight, which we're shooting right here in this tunnel, and going out into the main stadium. Oh, just wait. Do we have the medic here? We're shooting the end first because we need to see the sunlight. If we get in trouble, if the sun goes down because the clock is ticking, as it always does on 24, if we get in trouble, we can light the hallway, or at least light portions of it so we can continue the fight. So we're starting with the very end of the fight. It's been a long day already. We've done 40 setups before lunch, so that's pretty ambitious already. And we probably have, by the time we finish, we'll probably have another 20, 25, 30, who knows by the time we finish this fight. So right now the goal is to get the fight and to get every single piece we need to make this fight look excellent.
The gun was slippery. The pistol, when he pulled it out, it flew out of his hand and hit him in the face. It's action. We're shooting action. You know, he's a tough guy, man. Trooper. And most actors I fight with fall apart when that happens. But you know, he's over here leaking, cut like a fighter, and still hanging in there. God bless him.
Yeah, you were right.
I thought I was so smart. So we'll move forward, but we'll see what happens.
Just got this motherfucker. Ready?
Yeah. Action needs coverage. Action needs the multiple angles and the multiple shots, which is very important to make it tight and to make it believable. You can't do action in one shot. You need 10 to get person from A to B and make it believable.
I was doing a little acting here.
We keep on?
Keep going, John, please. You slipped off the middle. Let's do 3 or 4. That was it. Keep on taking that.
Okay, can we stop talking though? Let us just go. Okay, please.
I think that's good. I mean, you know, each one is so unique.
Yesterday we did 86 setups. It was probably one of the biggest days we've had on the show so far.
It was.
It was the biggest? Annie confirmed it. It was the biggest day on the show so far. Today, the sun is out. It's causing havoc with the scene, moving a little slower. But boy, will we go fast after lunch.
Are we rolling? Today is the first day where you can really feel with the whole crew, and this has been a 10.5-month run, but you can really feel it with the whole crew that it's like watching students before summer break. Focus is just starting to splinter and go away. People start talking about where they're going on the break and what they're going to do for their holiday. I think everybody's kind of excited that it's coming to an end, predominantly because we know we get to do it again next year. So.
Yeah.
You know how that 70s show always talks about, like, their rides and, like, their Escalades, and they're always, like, souping them up, and Wilmer's got his, like, crazy cars. This is my car, it's a Hummer. You know.
Because we want to be camera sides.
All right.
Good?
You got it.
Yeah.
Thank you. I go for it. Bang off the thing.
Click, click.
Nothing. You come around again. Click. Click. And that's what gets you out. Otherwise, I just don't buy it. I know what you're worried about. What?
I got no tension in that. It's a zillion miles away.
Well, with a tight lens in it and
I know, but there's no
a hit on the wall.
and the gun's in your hand. There's no going for the gun.
Well, I know, but John, I just don't buy it. He's got a gun drawn on me, and I'm going for it. He'd shoot me, and then I not only pick it up, but fire, and he doesn't fire back. I mean, I don't... This doesn't make sense, that.
Yeah, but what if he goes down? What if when you fire, you're going bang, click, click? I mean, on the first bang, he's gonna go down. This guy's a business.
Okay, well, I don't see that. Okay, but he hasn't done that.
That way, there's some tension. He's getting the gun. When you get to about here, he lifts the gun up. He lifts the gun up. You see, even like this, click, click.
But why don't he shoot? I mean, I don't get that. If you've got a live round, I mean, it's one thing to pull it up and go click, but the live round's killing it and missing.
Yeah, well, that's what
You could have all the tension in the world by getting it, hiding it, waiting until he gets close enough, and click.
Yeah.
But the live round, he's got to.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
No live round. Then I buy all of it.
Okay. Action.
When you actually put something on its feet, logic issues will come up with the physicality of a scene that might not come up when you're simply reading it. Stuff, hopefully, is continually changing until the very last moment to when you shoot it. And I think your ability to adapt in those specific situations, and certainly adapt at speed, in many cases is the difference between your ability to do something well and not. I think it was Orson Welles put it best: films are never completed, they're just simply abandoned.
Bang, bang! Cut! That's my call. Excellent. That was really good. This is what I hate. He comes in here, he says, ready to do rehearsal, and then I watch the monitors, and I watch the monitors, and I wonder what's going on, and I think, gee, we should be going soon. But we're not. We're pointing at hits, we're making sure everything's okay, and I'm talking to myself. And... action! Oh, baby! Cut!
What I'm doing today is that they'll be taking me up to about, I believe, maybe 1,200 feet and bringing me back down to maybe 30 feet, so I can end up being the hero on this episode of 24 Hours here. And I'm playing a sniper. Normally, I'm a cook at a small restaurant down in Hermosa Beach.
We barely got there and he was gone. We talk about it, we talk about it, we talk about it for nothing. Okay, we'll do one with him just falling like this. He stays there, beat, beat, beat. We see it, we absorb it, then he flies off. Man, oh man. Why do we have a 15-minute meeting for fucking nothing? Do you see a gun? Do you see his gun? I don't know how he's holding it. I don't see a gun. The guy up there is putting the gun down too fast. I barely get there and his gun is down. Okay? He shoots the guy falls. He's still watching him. Okay? We're barely absorbing it. It's all happening so fast. I got no cuts. American 2450 Hotel, take 3. Right. Excellent. Yeah, that was really good.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring your attention for just one moment, please. I know we're racing to get done, but just listen up 1 second. That's a wrap and a good night and a thank you and a show wrap for Tobin.
Well, I've got to tell you, it probably went mostly like I expected it to. I mean, we were very ambitious in the 2 days. We had to move the crew and push the crew faster than we have in the whole 2 years of 24, I think. But they all stepped up to it. It's a great crew. They were able to do it, and the cast stepped up to it. Well, now we've got 2 full days left to finish off our schedule. Because we've dropped some scenes from these 2 days, they have to go somewhere. So they're going on the last 2 days of the shoot. It makes them very crowded. We've got extra cameras coming in, extra crews. We'll have to do some double shooting, but we're doing everything we can to finish by Friday.
Doc, sorry, we need you.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, listen up, please. Very important. This is a season wrap for both Alicia and Sarah.
Yesterday it was very, very emotional because we wrapped Dennis. Dennis Haysbert got wrapped last night, and it was a big standing ovation.
It's kind of a letdown. You kind of want to keep working. I'm a workaholic, and the business is totally unconducive to workaholics. So, what do you do? So you wait for the next thing. I'll be good for about a week and rest for about a week, and then I'll start shaking, saying, "Okay, it's time to go to work." I'm used to people tugging at my clothes and putting makeup on my face and everything else, and messing with my hair. So, no, it's kind of bittersweet.
We're gonna have Kiefer right to the last shot, which I guess is par for the course here on the show, being Jack Bauer and all. So he'll be the last person we wrap. And then it'll be an emotional moment for everybody, because then everybody's finished together. So that's sort of what's happening. On the other hand, we still have a good 12 to 13 hours worth of work to do. So we all have to stay concentrated and get the work done. Oh.
Today's the last day of shooting, but it's not the last day for me. I've got a lot of editing left to do. I get the dailies a day and a half after they shoot them. Well, the whole editing process takes about 3 times what the shooting process takes, and that's why we have 3 editors, so we sort of leapfrog through the season. I'm just cutting sound effects into this little karate scene that I edited just a minute ago. This is my first pass at this cut, and I'm just starting to get some rough sound effects in. I think if Palmer's alive, he'll come back next season.
Is that a decision you're making in this scene right here?
I am. I'm making that decision, but if the producers don't agree, or if John doesn't agree, of course he'll change it. But the most dramatic way to go out of this scene is to just drop him down dead.
I think one of the most significant things about the last day of any season or of any film or any project is that in all of the things that we shoot, there's always stuff that might carry over to another day and to another day, and this is the day when that stops, and everything that needs to get picked up. We've shot pieces today from episodes 22 all the way through 24, through 3 episodes. So today is our last shot at getting everything, and there's also a point in the middle of that day that you realize everything that you needed to get is done, and now you're into kind of a gravy land.
Is it butter? Jack? I think I'm gonna get Oh my God! Jack!
There's a big
meeting about season 3. Let's go see what it's about. That is season 3 being planned right there.
For next season, we're going to explore different parts of Jack's family, is what we're thinking about right now. You know, not just Kim, but, you know, possibly brothers, his siblings, parents, things like that. Third cousins, neighbors, friends, dog.
Bruce Fox, one of the best executives there.
Keep it going. Keep it going. John, how's it going today?
You came to play with us a bit?
Yes.
Excellent. It's going good. I mean, setting up the last shot. This is the last shot. Even though we're still shooting over there, this is the last shot.
Hewitt's the only one who can hurt us.
Because he forged the Cypress recording.
That's right.
Okay, Tony, I got your proof. Let me go ahead. Give me the green light.
Those are the most dangerous pots we've ever had.
We're done. It's all done.
Excellent.
It's over.
If you wanted to get to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on Keith.
See you at the bar. It's been an honor. Absolutely the bar. Good. See you at the bar. You all have to come for at least one.
It's all done?
It's all, well, yeah, so for the second season, it's all done. Yeah, thanks very much. Actually, light. It's a little weight comes off your shoulders. I think I'm smiling so hard the back of my head hurts, but I'm smiling because I'm happy. Yeah, I mean, it worked out. I think we did a good season, and now we're going to start trying to make the third season better. After tonight. See you next door.